Hey, it is my Monday, July 13th CRC update. Hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us, many of you, yesterday as we had a chance to worship outside. Been really thankful for the beautiful weather that we've had. Couple announcements just to keep you updated. One is a reminder that we continue with our worship services. We have two of them on Sundays, 9 a.m. Online, and then 10 a.m. outside here at Community Reformed Church. So there's two options for participating with us in worship. Also want to remind you that Safe Haven is collecting school supplies, and there's a big red trailer out in our parking lot. So if you are able to pick up some additional school supplies, we encourage you to drop them off in that big red trailer. For a list of those supplies, you can go to our website, communityreformed.net, and click under Safe Haven, and you'll see that flyer that lists all those school supplies that we're collecting for students in our community. So we hope that you'll join us in participating in that. In addition, next Sunday, on July 19th, we're going to be focused on the story of Noah and the ark and the flood. And so if you're interested in kind of preparing in advance for that, I encourage you to read Genesis 6 through. You could go through chapter 8 and even into chapter 9. It's a fascinating story. There's lots of twists and turns and interesting details within the story of Noah. So I encourage you to take a look at that, and we're going to talk about it on Sunday. And maybe for those of you who are here this past Sunday, I did recommend a book just to get a little better history of the issue of racism within the church over the course of the history of the United States. So here's just that book again. It's The Color of Compromise by Jemar Tisby. If you are interested in finding out more of just kind of the history of church and some of the ways that the church has been complicit within the area of racism, I found this book to be incredibly helpful. It's not an easy read, but I think it's an important read. Well, I hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that you're enjoying summer in Charlevoix. And I hope that in the midst of these unique opportunities we have to connect with others, to enjoy this weather, to get outside, that you continue to be reminded of God's presence in the midst of your life. And maybe as you're facing some of the challenges with the questions around COVID and what's going to happen with schools and what's even going to happen with church here this fall, just encourage you to trust that God's in the midst of helping lead us. And it's such a good invitation for all of us to keep praying, to ask for God's wisdom, and to ask God to grow us in the midst of some of the uncertainty and difficulty that we're facing. But hope you are well, and just thankful for the part that you play in being a part of what God's doing in the midst of our community. May we not set that aside in the midst of the uncertainty, but may we be faithful, continuing to love and serve people around us, our families, and the folks we get a chance to interact with in our community. So hope to see you soon.